Lord Patel, the Science Committee have today produced a report on genomic medicine. In that report, you say the government should produce a new white paper, as there hasn't been one since 2003. Could you just tell us what's changed since then and what the government should address in the white paper?
The government white paper in 2003 on genetics was a very good paper following the sequencing of the human genome, and it delivered a lot of activities in this area, not only in research but in knowledge to the public, the genetic parks, etc. We feel now, 6 years later, as a genomic science has advanced considerably in the last 6 years, not just in terms of the rapidity with which we can sequence human genome, individual genomes, but also in terms of identifying genetic tests that not only identify single gene diseases but also complex diseases such as diabetes, cancers, etc. And therefore we're making a strong recommendation for the government to produce another white paper on this subject.
How do you think the NHS can make sure it's able to make the best possible use of this developing knowledge of genomic medicine?
Well, the NHS needs to change as the knowledge advances in genomics and genetic tests. How it can help is that we have the appropriately trained workforce in place, we have the appropriate structures to deliver these tests, we identify the right individuals who need the test, we identify people who will do the counseling, etc., and the knowledge they have. So NHS should just now look and support as to what we need in terms of training of people, individuals, what we need in terms of laboratory to do these tests, what we need in terms of knowledgeable people giving correct advice to the patients.
The report also raises some concerns with direct-to-consumer tests, the at-home tests for genetic conditions. Could you just tell us about these concerns and how you think they could be addressed?
Well, we did, during our inquiry, talk to 2 or 3 of the companies involved internationally in marketing these tests, and we also talked to these companies in our visit to the United States. The information that is available to patients is based on the risks in different ways that the companies identify the risk profile. What we're concerned about is this: people would pay money to have these tests done, but may not fully understand the results or what risk without appropriate counseling being available. And some of these tests, they vary a lot from one company to the other, and therefore the risks often vary in the information that's given. So we have concern about this, but we have heard that the Human Genetics Commission and the companies are working together to develop a voluntary code, and therefore we recommend it and encourage them to develop this voluntary code.